Friday Slot Car News sponsored by lebhobbies.com. LEB Hobbies, racing fast, made easy. Visit lebhobbies.com.
Hey folks, Friday again, so time for some news. We got a fair amount this week. One of the things we got, well, we'll just get right into it. You got to stay till the end because we got a big arrival announcement, cars that are shipping out this week. Stay tuned for that. Revoslot, Pink Pig, and Jaeger cars, the Porsches, have arrived. You should start to see those being in stock at dealers, well, frankly, I think today. The slotted Nissans have sold really, really well. I believe the modern GT3 is sold out at pretty much most, well, I shouldn't say most dealers. I've heard from a number of dealers that have said that those are definitely sold out. Don't know, they may be getting more, but they're definitely going to be in short supply. The red Bathurst Nissan, the what is it, the R32, this body, has done really well in the U.S., hasn't been released in Europe yet. So also, if you're really a fan of the Nissans, you may want to pick that one up as well, if for no other reason than collectible purposes. What do we have next? Area 71 has a new line of resin cars that they've started to do. They've released Skyline, an Alpine, and Testarossa, as you see here. And so not just typical 3D printed medium, it's the resin. I believe they are 3D printed. I don't know much about this process, but suffice to say, it seems like Area 71 is really doing some gangbuster work. SRC, releasing the 2018 Toyota winner from Le Mans. It's the first livery, first painted version of this car that we're going to get. What can you say? It looks fantastic. The mold on this looks really, really great. I did do that the unboxing of their kit a while back. It's a staggering kit. The quality on these cars is really, really good. I'm going to be doing some more test drives of cars soon on my ever-developing Polo car track. So expect some more reviews soon of stuff that I already have from them. Okay, we got some arrivals now from Scalextric. These cars are shipping out today to dealers, okay? Stand by. VW Golf Van, shipping today. All these are shipping today. So by middle of next week, end of next week, dealers should have them in stock and shipping. Pagani Huayra, again, shipping today. I won't repeat myself. GT3 Aston Martin Bathurst Racing Edition. Ginetta, the Silverstone livery. Honda Type R BTCC car. And, drumroll please, Gurney Cuda. Yes. Thanks to Hornby UK, Hornby America, for all the news. I mean, I'm pleased to be able to help them out in some small way now by telling you all that the stuff is coming. It's coming, guys. A note about that Cuda. This is the first livery of that new mold. This was a project I had worked on. I haven't seen what the car actually looks like. I had just seen the decorations, just the pictures like you all have. It's going to be really interesting to see what this car actually looks like. I believe I should be getting a sample before I do my news next week. So I may have a sample this time next week to show you all. I believe this car is going to sell out, may have already sold out at the distribution level. What does that mean? If you see this car for sale, for pre-order, at a dealer that you normally buy slot cars from, buy the damn slot car. You got no excuse, guys. We've gotten a few weeks now advance notice that the car was arriving. Today, I'm able to say that it's shipping from the distributor. If you're in any way looking forward to this car, if you're a fan of Gurney, whatever, you have advance notice. Pre-order the car now if you already haven't. Buy the car when it arrives. I'm sure it's gonna sell out. There's gonna be no more shipment before the end of the year. This is a guess, okay? And I've been on and on about this, and people may get sick of me saying this. The shipping issue from China has gotten worse, okay? I was on the phone with someone in the industry, someone in the, not the slot car industry, but the toy industry this morning, and he's involved with international sales for an outdoor toy goods kids company, and he's saying the same thing. There's containers, if a company can get them, are 10 times more expensive than they used to be. I've mentioned this before. The problem is now companies are waiting up to a month after the stuff arrives from China for it to be unloaded at a port. So even if a car arrives, a slot car or any kind of product, any kind of toy, this Christmas is going to be one of the worst in a long damn time because stuff is stuck in port. If stuff sells out, we're not going to get restocks on it before early first quarter of next year. We're just not, especially in the hobby business. You are not going to get restocks on stuff at dealers. If you're a dealer, you already know this. I'm telling this to consumers. Any toy basically is going to be really, really hard to get. By Black Friday, what you'll see is massive shortages on all toys for Christmas. A lot of consumer goods are going to be sold out well in advance of Christmas with nearly no possibility of resupply. Target and Walmart are contracting now, as I was told this morning by someone who knows, they're contracting now with shipping companies to contract an entire ship to get goods from the Orient to North America. This isn't something they had done before where the entire ship would be just their stuff. This is new. Companies are now air freighting in a lot of goods that they had never air freighted in before. This is new. It's been the last couple months that it's been bad. It's going to get worse, okay? Digital chip shortages, especially in the slot car business. Not expecting more chips to arrive into the market until late next year. I've been saying this for a couple months now, but it's definitely happening. It's going to be even worse than I had originally thought, that I had originally heard. Dave, how do you know this? You're just a guy sitting in his basement, talking about toy cars. I got a lot of friends in the business still, and they're telling me off the record all this stuff. A number of people, not just in slot car companies. I've been looking on LinkedIn. I've been asking other friends in other industries via LinkedIn. It's going to be really bad with inventories this Christmas and any kind of digital anything. TVs, cars, as we all know, are in very big regular cars, 1-to-1, are in short supply. All the slot car companies are in the same boat. They're way down the list. Anyway, it's going to be a bad Christmas. This last item, if you stayed around, I appreciate it. Please listen, especially if you're Canadian, okay? A friend of mine is the sales rep for Eastern Canada from Ontario, including Ontario, everything east out to the Maritimes. Okay. He works for Carrera. I think I already said that. His name is Brian Chevertkin. I had worked with him for the 8 years that I was at Carrera. He is the reason, if you're a slot car guy and in Canada, in Ontario, in Quebec, and you bought anything from Carrera, he's the rep that sold it to a dealer. Okay? Normally, you don't hear about sales reps that much. You know, you hear about people like I was for the companies, or, you know, more public-facing kind of marketing folks. But Brian has done incredible things for Carrera and is essentially single-handedly responsible for the market being as good as it is for Carrera in Canada, in Eastern Canada, which, as Canadians know, Ontario, Quebec, that's almost all of the population, most of the population, however you want to put it. He was in an accident 2 weeks ago. I mean, I don't know if it's the correct term, but he's in a coma. He's in really, really, really bad shape. His wife and I were texting last night through Facebook, and I don't know. I mean, it's not looking good. I worked with Brian for years. He is the guy that I would do all the marketing events with, Quebec Auto Show, the Formula One race in Montreal. After those events, which were each about a week long, Brian and I would travel around together in Quebec and in Ontario, and we would do sales calls at dealers all over in those areas. So I spent a good deal of my time every year with Brian. And Wendy, his wife, from time to time would help us with events as well. He had done technical service as well as sales. So if you needed something replaced, he was the guy that had, you know, nearly endless amounts of cars and track and controllers and things at his house. He basically supported that entire market, period. He did, frankly, more than he should have. He did. I don't want this to be negative. Brian's a great guy. He's doing really bad now. And he needs your prayers. He's the slot brother you all have never met. More devoted to the hobby than you could possibly imagine. More technically savvy than anybody just about it at the company when I worked there, even though he was only a contract sales rep. He didn't work directly for the company. He was just a contractor. He was a contractor, and does so much for Carrera, and he needs our support now. If you could please leave comments, best wishes, in the comments below. It would be appreciated by his family. He's you know, he needs your support now. Sorry to end on a downer, but look, guys, you know, we are a community. The hobby's only so big, and someone who's, you know, never really been a public face, could definitely use our support, at least in spirit, and I appreciate it, and I'm sure his wife Wendy will, because Brian's a good guy and he needs to pull through. We love you, Brian. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Hopefully, maybe next week I'll have some good news. Let's pray for Brian. Thanks for everybody stopping by. I really appreciate it. See you all again next week.